That's what the man. The first thing is you want to smack people. What's next? That's Abbyzilla you're supposed to be smacking.
I'm aware.
Thing is you want to smack. What's next? Okay, I can see the chat. Let's go. All right, Libra, take it away. Your argument with the aroma jar now.
Oh, we're talking about the aroma jar thing?
Yes,
The
you wanted to know.
The aroma jar thing is okay.
Hey,
like,
Dustin.
it's nowhere near as broken as Dragoon because, like,
You're right, it's not broken, but it can become broken as the game goes on.
What's up, Mega Drive Adam?
yeah, but usually I close games within 3 turns or 4 turns or even less.
That's the thing, my cousin played the game, my cousin in New York has a Switch, we played Legacy of the Duels. He said he could do that to the aroma jars, and he's using his Ghost Trick deck. He got so fucking aggravated because he couldn't destroy them with any of his things, because if you read the card, it says nothing can destroy it, like attacks, effects, nothing can kill it, and you gain passive life points every, not only on my turn, my turn, your turn. So imagine if you have 3 or 4 of those on the field constantly, and add that on top of the Gravekeeper. If you have the ability to summon only put the card down that allows you to only summon Gravekeepers, which means your opponent cannot do so.
4.
Hmm?
I'm answering chat.
Oh.
DMC 4, playing Virgil on Bloody Callous.
So, like, is it only this current game? Because I know the real aroma jar only says it can't be destroyed by battle. That's all it says. It can't.
No, I got the I got the aroma card. On my aroma card, it says that. And I only have, but I only have 2. I don't have the amount, obviously, that I have in the game, because the game you can just stack them.
Yeah.
Honestly, I could still get around that Dragoon. I really can't get around that because guess what? If you summon them and they have plenty of cards to negate your stuff, like you're finished.
Come on, Kia, don't disappoint me with Virgil.
What do you think? I'm playing Bloody Palace.
At least the aromas, I can put a link that basically does piercing damage, and it doesn't matter if you sit on it because I can just pierce through it.
Because what's it called? Where is it at? I have this shit somewhere.
Of course. You always have to shit on
here
something.
we go. If you combine the Imperial Tomb with Necro Valley, with Necro Valley Temple, and the hidden temples of Necro Valley, on top of at least having 1 or 2 Gravekeeper heretics.
Of course, there has to be heretics in this.
Nothing. There's basically, to get through that, you would have to, 1, take down the Necro Valley, but then if you have the Necro Valley's Gravekeeper Commandant, you could just have another one right down instantly. It's his life for the field spell.
John, you really need to download that program because I'm interested in facing this so-called deck that you built.
Well, the game is verse. Yeah, but I'm saying the game on the Switch is probably different than having the one on there.
Yeah, because what his is like, how do I put it? It's like non-competitive versus competitive. Not saying.
Well, I can't really say Treb Tricks is competitive either. Not anymore, anyway.
Crap, I haven't fully upgraded Virgil.
This person, I got this one right here too. For even, okay, I got this one card. For every card, one of my Gravekeepers you send to the graveyard, whether by my hand, your hand, or, you know, anything that would send it away. Let's say I have the Gravekeeper's Oracle on the field along with a Gravekeeper's Visionary and a Gravekeeper's Shaman. You're just basically going to be powering them up the entire time to where they can do a one-shot. Because one card, let's say for the Oracle, you can either tribute 1 to 3 Gravekeepers, and his first, like if you, let's say you sacrifice all 3 Gravekeepers to bring this guy out, and he's a level 10, but he's only got 2,000 attack. For every monster that I sacrificed, their attack points, their entire attack points, doesn't matter what attack points it is, will go to his.
I think I know what you're talking about. I think I I think I faced it before. It was really hard to get rid of, but now it's just easy to get over.
Not if it's combined with, what's it called? If the Hidden Temples is on the field, along with the Neko Valley Temple.
Elemental! Where is he at?
And then, let's see, its second ability, because he will only get these abilities if 3 Gravekeepers are sacrificed to it, and that was the first ability. The second ability is to destroy all monsters your opponent controls, like right off the bat. And all monsters you control after that will constantly keep losing 2,000 attack and defense.
That sounds kind of busted, because I know the real Gravekeepers, they're really nothing on EDO Pro or the real game in general.
Yeah.
Ah!
Nowhere near.
Then you got the Gravekeeper Visionary, which is a level 8. He's basically the form before the Oracle.
Yeah.
And all you gotta do is tribute 1 monster, but for each Gravekeeper in the graveyard, he gets an attack power of 200. And then if you have the Shaman on the field, she'll just continue to gain defense and negate all your monster effects. Basically anything to harm my monster, she'll just negate it off the back, and then it can destroy you instead. If Imperial Tombs and Neko Valley is hit on you, that can't be destroyed unless you have a card. I think there's a card tailored to it. But if you have an effect that's going to destroy me, it's going to let's say if you use the Final Destiny card and try to destroy my whole field, it will rebound and hit you.
Well, I'd rather deal with that, John, than Dragoon, because Dragoon could basically negate anything, and plus he can't destroy by card effects.
Yes, you should tell him the horror of what how it's traumatized you. The Dragoons are.
Basically, I was just playtesting because the Trap Tricks have the new support, and basically he spammed a quick spell, and if you know how timing works on the spell, after the spell or trap after your effect activates first. So he spammed the quick spell, which is way quicker than a trap card, and he brought out his stupid Red Eyes Dragoon, and he basically, after that I couldn't do anything because he basically activates his Dragoon, destroyed my monster, and when I tried to do at my extensive plays, he just went negate, and then I'm like, yeah, I surrender. I couldn't do nothing. I could not do nothing, John. Trust me. Unless they somehow empty their hand and you can't destroy it by card effects, you're doomed. Dragoon.
Only thing I think can work.
I think this is something Kiyo's gonna want to get into in a second, because after what I'm about to say, he's gonna be like, finally! The Phantom Menace is falling apart.
Yes! Did we kill him last night?
No, because of last night's Mandalorian episode, it shows that, okay, they attack everything off, and they caught Jeremy John from Geeks Gamers right in a hole. He says, no matter how much for the Mandalorian, it's not going to do nothing for the future, but yet he is thanking them for the Luke Skywalker scene, saying, oh, I'll never do this because of Disney, no matter what Disney does, it's not going to, you see how he doesn't stand by his convictions.
Yeah, he can't stand by his word. He bends the knee.
And guess what? The Phantom Menace is the perfect example of what the
heretics.
Joker said. No, of what the Joker said. You see the hero, and then they lived long enough to see. Here's the thing.
That's our Harvey Dent. You either live long enough to become, you either become a hero or live long enough to see yourself become a villain.
Yeah, but I'm
that's
saying
Harvey Dent.
It fits for them in this sense. They lived long enough to be anti-social justice warriors to now become the social justice warriors themselves.
Oh gosh. Yes, and so what? He has a band of heretics that must be purged.
No, all of them do, because they're now. It's like right when he's getting world-class bullshitters comes out of nowhere and makes his videos on Star Wars right now, and I'm like, dude, just shut up.
Just shut up. Like, for us, it's funny how Bullrun mentions factions. It's like our faction, the Sixth faction, the one who can see as we was.
Here's the thing: they didn't acknowledge this, that the directors between the Mandalorian and all that, they're gonna be bringing Luke. They're gonna be bringing Mara Jade and Luke together.
Oh, thank God.
So I'm like, they flat out said, they said from this point now into season 3 of The Mandalorian, it will be all Legends continuity stuff, like Legends content.
Yay, EU content, the stuff we originally wanted to see.
But then, I mean, this is what Jeremy says, but even then there's a hole in the logic. He was like this, he said this. No matter what happens or what Disney does to have good faith and redeems Star Wars, it cannot be saved because everything leads to the sequels. And I'm like this, you're clearly not a Star Wars fan if you don't know about the World Between Worlds, you dumb fuck.
It's literally multiverse.
Yeah, thank you. The World Between Worlds can prevent this type of thing. And the only one who I think can do it is Ahsoka because her title...
She's already gained the access to World of Worlds, knows what it does and knows what it can do.
So does Ezra. And
they've already kind of established that fact in different materials.
In the Rebel show.
Yep, she was supposed to die, but you know what I mean? They prevented that. Vader.
And you see how from since then they haven't showed it, which left a lot of mystery, but it confirms what it can do. Because when you go back and look at the episode, you hear every moment from all the films. You hear Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon in one portal saying, "You were right about one thing, Master. The negotiations were short." Phantom Menace. The second thing, you hear the Battle of Geonosis from the Clone Wars.
Yep.
You hear Anakin and Obi-Wan in one of the portals. You hear him saying, "You're with him." You know, that type of shit. You hear every echo, and you can go through them. They each have different doors.
Yep. They're the multiverse theory, which I hate, but I will accept if, you know what I mean, I acknowledge the fact it exists. It's not badly written.
But the way Star Wars did it, they didn't abuse it at all.
They didn't spam it. They didn't do more of it.
They just used it once already. They just already used the idea once.
It's basically, we created an alternate timeline. Bam.
But if you watch that episode again, when Ahsoka goes back, she does go back to the portal, but it's at that ending scene where Vader leaves the temple, it's destroyed, and then you see how Ahsoka, because in the previous season, all we saw was Ahsoka, like a silhouette of her, walking deeper into the thing while Vader assumed she was gone, so he took off. But it shows how that's what happened. She went through the portal, ended up there, saw Vader was leaving, but then she went deeper in and just... That's where it ended, to end where the other thing happened. So it showed how she got there. And why were her texts... Oh yeah. I'll say, why were her title text, though, have the design, like her name, Star Wars, Ahsoka, her TV show has the design of the World Between Worlds for her title card.
Is that going to be animated or live action?
Live action.
That's going to be interesting, because I'm going to get to hear Hayden Christian in the World Between Worlds lines.
No, they already did. They did that in live action, and they did that. No, they did that in the actual show, and they did it in the season 7 of the Clone Wars when Ahsoka is sensing Order 66 happen, and he hears him saying, "What have I done?"
She goes. I'm saying if they go in her show, go in there, and they do that segment like a rehash. You know what I mean?
You would have to. Yeah, you would have to have. You would have to have obviously Hayden's voice, but that's not that hard because they didn't show him.
You can sound clip it. You can just
but
take
I like what they did in season 7 when she's meditating on the clone ship, and all of a sudden she can sense, and Maul is sensing Order 66, but she can hear Anakin saying, "What have I done?" And then it's Ian McDiarmid saying, "A powerful Sith, you will," because she's sensing something going on. She still couldn't put 2 to 2 together yet until the Rebels.
Yep. And it's funny, the kid was training with Vader's holocrons, or Anakin's holocrons of her.
Yeah, she finished her training with his, because you would think, learning from him, they were like, making it seem like he's a bad teacher. No, the motherfucker knows how to teach. I'm like, y'all really shafted his ass I'm saying the Jedi really fucking shafted his ass. Because one, if he was the one to go fight Grievous, and mind you, he killed Dooku that very day, and if he went to go kill Grievous, he would have been the war would have ended, and those two what he did right there would have actually earned him mastership. So it would have been even more of a fuck you to his face when they told him no. just with only at least one of it, like which was the defeat of
I find it funny is they've done the Jedi have done him dirty and his own apprentice damn dirty when he was still a Jedi. Isn't it ironic how the hypocrisy of the Jedi? Mine, just like Geeks and Gamers. Shot fired.
And then it took Yoda as a ghost to realize, you know what? The old ways of the Jedi. Dude, a lot of people also took what the Last Jedi said out of fucking context.
Yep.
In Legends, Luke destroyed the old ways of the Jedi and established their original teachings with his idea of teaching. And
Obi-Wan flat
fail.
out said in Legends, Luke goes, so I really am the last of the Jedi. He goes, no, you're not. You're not the last of the Jedi, but the first of the new. Meaning the new formation of the, you know what I mean?
Of a new order. Because what Luke did, get this is what Luke did. Luke said he didn't hammer in like traditional teachings. He was like this: once you build your saber and complete your basic trainings, you are encouraged to go out into the world, and your experience is your training.
It's Bo-Katan, right? Or Kylo, the guy from the freaking.
Kyle Katarn, yeah, but Luke really took that.
Look at that, how old he is.
To heart, yeah.
Look at how old that man is, and he became a Jedi. And the Jedi, the old order usually used to teach kids. Remember episode 1? He's too old.
Yeah. Now look at
that dude was like 30.
What's it called? And then he perfected himself faster because he picked up. He already had a natural affinity. He just had to unlock all of it. And then Luke said that you can be whatever Jedi you want to be. You don't have to wear robes. You don't have to wear that. You can use other weapons if you so choose. You can wear what you want. You know.
You can be a Revan.
You can be a Revan, yeah. But just
that's
to
what
cement
Revan
yourself
did.
in the light. And then Kyle Katarn taught them to yes, there is the light, there is the dark. Even Luke said this. You need to learn both. Because if you don't learn both, yeah, you're gonna end up like my dad and every other Sith and Jedi, fallen Jedi before.
You could end up. That's why there's a category of a dark Jedi, because they basically they use this freaking saber, of course, but they rely a lot on dark skills. But you're still freaking Jedi.
Like Kyle Katarn.
Kyle Katarn's dark Jedi.
Yeah, but this is still kind of iffy because this is also coming from the spirit of the Sith Lords that they've encountered, saying, look, you might be able to mimic what we can do as lightning, but you can't really use it like we can. But there's an exception, and also Luke falls under Bane's rule, natural selection. Unrealizing Luke had actually a natural skill with the ability. Look at Starkiller. He may not have been a Sith, period. He was a dark assassin that became.
Yeah, he's a dark assassin.
He tried to become a Jedi. He may not have been fully a Jedi. Actually, no, fuck that. He is a Jedi because during his quest, he did take the Jedi trials. He did go to Coruscant.
Yep, and he also had General Coda.
Yeah, so he did. He was a Jedi by the end of it.
By the end of it, he would be considered Jedi, but I think he had the Jedi ideology. He didn't practice their ways. You know what I mean? He had the mind of one.
But Coda also saw that, and Coda was like, "Look, I ain't
gonna judge you.
I'm not beefing with that. I ain't beefing with that because
I learned my lesson during the Clone Wars.
Whatever gets the job done, gets the job done."
I remember what he said at the ending, because he goes, Gino goes, you knew who he was the whole time. He's like, yeah, I knew.
You know, in the Obi-Wan series, I know it's going to be about Anakin, and I know it's going to have a main front of Anakin and Obi-Wan, but you know the Obi-Wan series has a chance to introduce the early stages of Darth Krayt and the Sith Rule of One to set them up later. Because Darth Krayt, after he fell, we've never seen him in canon, but they could establish his story to where, yeah, he's the Jedi Tusken Raider, Asherad head, and after the Clone Wars, he returned back to Tatooine to hide, like, because he didn't know Obi-Wan was there either. He just went home because he knew it was. He went home because he knows the Empire won't fuck over there that much.
But for some reason, nobody knows why, and he only wants to mess with Tatooine for some reason. It's Vader's home world, but nobody knows that.
He came across what's it called, Obi-Wan, because Asherad had a problem with the dark side. And he was just conquering and raiding with his Tuskens, and they got too close to the Lars estate, and he said, look, you need to chill. So those two got into a fight. He cut, basically, Asherad's arm off, and said, no, I'm not going to kill you, but you need to go into exile somewhere else. And he said, fine, I'm bouncing. But then what happened was, he ended up on Korriban.
Bonjour,
but in this term,
hero.
But in this terms, it's called Moraban, but it's practically the same fucking world, just a name change. It's the same fucking place.
Alright, now, please explain to John, are you reading the chat? My chat.
Me?
No, I was asking John if he's reading chat. Elemental Hero's here, and he was the one arguing how broken Dragoon is. Please explain to him how you use your Gravekeeper, like you explained to the Libra, and ask him if it can work.
Okay, let me reopen my Switch because that's how I was reading the cards.
All right, Elemental. This is how you'll find out why we were arguing so hard last thing. What was I need to put this one because I need resolution. Damn it.
Yeah, give it a second to load. But in the meantime, yeah, I think they can introduce him now, and he could be a villain for like another trilogy on his own because he's, you know who he is? He's the Obi-Wan Kenobi of the Sith. That's basically Darth Krayt. He's Kenobi of the Sith. If Obi-Wan was a Sith, that's Krayt.
Yeah. You know, I'm getting very mixed up because I'm trying to remember so many Legends continuity, curse you.
I know. That's why I'm here. Okay, alright, I got my Switch open. Okay, my idea of how this could work is the moment he tries to use any of his effects, I would have Imperial Tombs of Necro Valley ready. By this time I would already have Necro Valley on the field with the Hidden Temples and the Necro Valley Temple, 2 Scrap Iron Scarecrows, and 2 Gravekeeper Heretics. Then I would set down my Gravekeeper's guard in defense, flip him to remove whatever other monsters in my way, then try to pull out my Gravekeeper's Oracle as fast as possible to start building his strength for a one-shot kill. If not, I would have to rely on my Gravekeeper's Visionary and my Gravekeeper's Shaman. My last resort would be to get Obelisk out on the field as fast as possible if that happened. And I would need to use the Gravekeeper's Steel to bring them back from the dead if they get hurt. And if I'm in trouble and I don't have the cards I need, I'll use Necro Valley Throne to select the cards that I need to bring out to the field, or purposefully let my Gravekeeper Recruiter get killed so it can bring out the monsters that I need.
Alright, so Elemental, how will that work? Read the chat. I'm right now trying to do.
He says, I see.
I see. Sorry.
Because the Necro Valley deck, if done right away, can brick the opponent for the rest of the game to where they cannot pull nothing. Even the cards that they say, oh, I can pull through that, nope, the rule will not, like, the card cannot be brought out. And even if it does get brought out, if it's not a Gravekeeper, it gets destroyed. So it's basically, I would be the only one allowed to summon.
So connect it around the Dragoon? Elemental? That's what we're trying to figure out.
That wouldn't, because the
let's see what he's
trap card
saying.
says negate and destroy, and Dragoon can't be
Libra?
destroyed. What?
Second opinion. This is what's called a second opinion. You had your argument at the beginning of the damn thing. I had to go get lost through Discord.
I mean, my only other backup would be the limit. What's it called? The limit breaker area. So that means he cannot stay in attack mode. He would have to be stuck in defense mode the whole time. So that could at least give me some leeway until he gets hurt.
All right, he's texted back in there if you can read it, John.
He says, "All right. So for my Gravekeeper build, by then I would have Skill Drain and some sort of Floodgate in order to stop Dragoon."
So it would work in a sense, correct?
But it's the thing. If I were to say how the Gravekeeper would stand up, you still, even in any duel, the Gravekeeper deck is still a 60 to 40% chance. It's like a 60-40. If you don't get what you need right out the gate, even if you don't get what you need right out the gate.
You need to do is a nice strategy, but you need to have access to hidden temples on the board and the fusion guy.
Wait, that's what John. So he can do is a nice strategy.
So he did figure out.
Yeah, no, but I just think I have hidden temples, and the limit you're allowed to have for Gravekeeper cards is 3 at a time of the same, but I limit it to 2 at a time. And have the second ones more protected than the first, so then by the time whatever I'm doing the first time around will wound and weaken you, and if you can get by it, you have a whole other, basically, the second strategy coming, but you wouldn't have much to block it this time around. You'll be able to block it for a few more turns, but then you'll be left wide open.
Okay, so how's that strategy work, Elemental Hero?
Yeah, hidden temples on. Yeah, hidden temples. I make sure to have hidden temples, but the other one is the hidden tombs of there's the hidden temple, but then there's the hidden tombs, which the hidden tombs would mean the opponent cannot summon nothing that's not a gravekeeper. So if it's not a gravekeeper, he couldn't be able to bring the dragoon out, not through pendulum, not through XY, not through fusion, not through sacrifice, any of that. It would, and even if he did use it with some sort of magic.
So basically, you gotta have the luck of the draw to pull that off, right?
Yeah, you would have,
if you have a Maleficent Cyber End Dragon, you could try to get it out to use the beatdown. Huh!
One thing you can do is if yes, Malefic Cyber End Dragon. I do have that on the game.
See, Libra, we're not dissing you. Hey, Sega Lover.
I still think Dragoon's really BS.
It is BS.
No, I can agree. It's probably BS from what you described. It is BS, but I'm sure there's always
a way around it.
Nowadays, with Yu-Gi-Oh, with cards from the previous generation, those are the ones that usually find the workaround because now that they get so much support. Because how long did it take for Dark Magician to get support?
Or Blue Eyes.
Or Blue Eyes, yeah. You just had to rely on those as tanks, but now you can use those to full effectiveness.
Oh, wow!
John,
he even pointed it out.
First.
Hey, he just told you how that with Maleficent. Oh, really, a Sega Lover? By the way, nice satire piece on thing. I nearly fell over laughing. I need to give this to him. I'm sorry, your Christmas special was funny. But yeah, he just told you the Hidden Temples and Necro Valley protected Maleficent away to play through Dragoon. Huh. Not the fusion guy, but the
Maleficent. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Okay, that's what I was. Okay, see, the Maleficent card, I didn't think to throw that in there. So so then you would say, without it, you'd still have a 60% chance of breaking your way through. But with that added in, your chances probably went up to 70 to 75, with that 25 of the opponent still getting that chance.
That is a great way to cripple the opponent.
You just have to get that strategy. You have to get that strategy off at the beginning, though. But that's why the Gravekeepers, they're allowed to have up to 2 to 3. You're allowed to have 2 to 3 of the same cards that are in that archetype. The monsters to the traps to the spells can.
It all comes to the luck of the draw, really. It all depends on the luck of the draw.
The best way to do it, putting all 3. Let's say putting 3 types will fill up the deck faster. So to reduce it, put 2 duplicates at a time of each card. That's why I have 2 commandants. The only things I don't have duplicate are the higher level monsters, such as my Oracle, Shaman, the commandant, and Obelisk. I have obviously only 1 of each because those with the Gravekeeper, the higher level Gravekeepers, I can probably get him out even faster. But if not, as a matter of fact, here's another thing you could do. If you have Obelisk first, but you know there's nothing you could do with him, let him be one of the 3 sacrifices that you put towards the Gravekeeper. I think the Visionary the Gravekeeper's Oracle. And that means already you have an attack power of 4,000 on him on top of whatever monster you sacrificed to give him the strength already too. So that means all of Obelisk's power plus 2 other monsters. So imagine if somebody, imagine if somebody had all 3 Egyptian gods and they sacrificed them for the Oracle to come out to the field. The Oracle will have all 3 of their attack strengths on top. And he's protected by the Necro Valleys and all that stuff that's on the field. How are you going to kill that without going for Necro Valley? And even if you do get by Necro Valley, there's actually a monster card of a Gravekeeper that if this monster card stays on the field, it's treated as Necro Valley until you can get Necro Valley back out or sacrifice another Gravekeeper's commandant.
Yeah, Gravekeepers are kind of... I'm seeing what I can remove if I play 3 Maleficent Cyber End Dragon. Huh! So what are you testing out exactly, Elemental?
Sadly, my deck has to go first to interrupt Dragoon, or I'm just screwed.
Sadly, you almost traumatized me today. Thank gosh John came before I got fully traumatized. To your new tricks girls.
Yeah, but because I mean, like the friggin' You know what's funny? If you had, what's it called? If you had Legacy of the Duelist Link Evolution on the PS4, that'd be the only time I see you getting Plus, because you can live stream that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Probably.
There'd be fights all frickin' day with that.
Dude, I think we would be having a cursing match.
I would be saying, fuck you, Kyo.
How dare you mimic my cards?
But the thing is, I have 15 type of decks on Legacy of the Duelist, so I always have something for something.
Wait, what do you mean no it ain't?
Hmm?
I was looking at it on the little here, but what do you mean no it ain't? Oh, no, Sega Lover, do not get Cyberpunk.
Wait, hold on.
It's
Elemental just said something. Okay, he just explained how this could work. He said, as long as you open up Cyber End Dragon, Hidden Temples, a way to search Necro Valley, and any Gravekeeper stops Dragoon.
Huh. So you actually were onto something. We had to get you on to speak to get the full context of the conversation out, damn it. How far we as a society have fallen.
So it can destroy, that's the thing. But the Gravekeeper, yeah, I admit, you still have that percentage. You either have to go first, or the opponent has to have a fucked hand for your next turn to save you. It can be decided within 3 turns where the duel goes.
I think with Gravekeepers, I'm glad they got the new support, but it's hard to pull against Dragoon.
You're putting yourself way too down. I mean, seriously.
And Gravekeeper was the deck. Gravekeeper was the last deck I thought I'd ever be able to use, because I was always trying to use Dark Magician types, but I never freaking got around. I never was able to synchronize them properly. But then once I got a hold of Gravekeepers, I was like, holy shit, I can. Fuck. Holy shit, I can synchronize quicker. And especially there's a fusion card that basically fuses a male and a female Gravekeeper, so you get the Gravekeeper's hermaphrodite.
Oh yeah, what's not? I could.
Oh great! It's called Gravekeeper Supernaturalist.
I have that one.
Supernaturalist.
I used that one a lot. I used it.
That's a cheap fusion because you don't need to use the fusion card. The card itself, Gravekeeper's fuck, I forgot her name, but she's a fusion card already. Like her ability is polymerization.
Yep.
The Gravekeeper hermaphrodite.
It's bad. It is kind of funny in a way.
Once I figured that, I was like, oh my god, I feel bad for you. Then I tried to sacrifice. Then I sacrificed the 2. I was playing Legacy. I was playing it at my cousin's house, and this is what happened. I was playing it, and then boom, I pulled out 2 of the fusion chicks because you can actually fuse the 2 of them instead. And I was like this. I created Gravekeeper's Abbyzilla. Gabe's like, what? Wait, what? I was like, you don't understand.
It's like, shut up, you don't know the pain of it that Abbyzilla has caused the gaming community.
I was like, you see that? I was like, you see that staff that the Supernatural? You see that staff that it holds in its hand? I could do more with that than a golf club. Yeah, he just said Supernaturalist is really good because Supernaturalist can really fuck you with its abilities. You just have to stay, like, from the get-go, either within a turn or 2, the Gravekeepers have to be in control, at least from the start, or at least by the second turn, they have to be in control.
I think that's most of the deck's weakness, well, at least the older ones. You have to
oh yeah, now that they gave it more support to where you can at least, like I said, it was one, yeah, it would be within the start of the duel, but now you can at least get that taken care of within, you can, how do I say this? It has to be, the sake of your side of the duel has to be determined within 3 turns.
Don't worry, Sega Lover, I'm looking out for yours and Jacob's videos. Like,
oh no, they're both doing videos on you know who. Oh boy.
We've already done ours, so no need to talk. I was just answering Sega Lover's question, okay, Libra?
Oh yeah, freaking Pot of Extravagance is a bitch to get a hold of. But yet they banned Pot of Greed, but not all these other fucking pots. What's the difference?
I don't understand that.
I guess Pot of Greed looks too much like Kamala Harris.
It looks like something from a nightmare.
Did
like
you
a
see
troll
that picture?
face.
I'm saying, did you see that picture of her smiling and put it right next to the pot of greed? You'll laugh your ass off if you see that, because it's like, yep, except all you gotta do is just make her skin green.
It's like the next troll face you could use.
I mean, people should be relaxed about the cards. I mean, at least the cards are not as busted with the TV effects like they had, because I remember I used to sit back, I was like, when I started to learn the concept of the cards, I was like, you know what? I can enjoy the show because I know this is...
move.
There's no fucking infinite revival jam move, and I used to try to pull that off. I was like this, revival jam breathing machine.
Do you want to know something horrible? I actually pulled that card from the pack, the revival jam, and I was like, yes, I'm gonna be able to use it. It cost 15,000 life points to bring back. What?
No, that's actually if you no, that's what I'm saying. That card has to go. This is where Aroma Jar comes in because you will make up for that loss with 3 Aroma Jars.
Before that, when it first came out.
Oh yeah, before that, yeah. But then you would have to use what's it called? To nullify that, you have to use the jam breeding machine because then you could just keep popping out tokens every turn without them.
Oh, and then Super Air, so you can get free search.
Yeah, you do. You get to search. Yeah, you can search through the deck, and pull out something else if it goes down.
See you, Sega Lover.
So let's say if he dies, I can just use it to pull out something better or stronger. The effects of the Gravekeepers are a bitch, especially if you see. There's different, and then mind you could take every Gravekeeper card and do different types of combinations. Like I just do one of a few. There's ones that involve the Cat of Omen, which I think that's one of their cards. Yeah, the Omen Cat or some shit. And there's this one that can flip your monsters to defense position, and then I can pierce your attack directly. Yeah, he said the Dragoon. I'm about to say it takes Busted to defeat Busted. Because my cousin, when we play on the Switch, he fucking said, you know, against at least half my other decks, his Ghost Trickies are a bitch. But then he didn't expect the Gravekeepers to give him such a problem. He bricked me and I bricked him, but I still had more cards. Because a Gravekeeper deck can actually work with a deck of 45 instead of 40. You'll still have those spare 5 cards in case you get tempted to be decked out.
I'll tell you one thing, I'd be afraid to stream that game live against you, John.
Why?
How many of us would be cursing each other out?
Because we're just gonna be sitting there like, am I gonna be able to get through that wall? Are you gonna get through this wall? No? Okay.
I mean, I could just totally see, because I've learned how to basically cheat rob Grandpa.
Or actually, you know, there's another deck that could finish the opponent or finish Dragoon, and that's Arrow Mage, because Arrow Mage not only heals but burns, and you could kill your opponent probably within 4 turns if you do this right.
Libra, don't remind me of that card. Libra, don't tell him about your Arrow Mage. Oh,
I know.
What did he do to me?
I knew something was gonna trigger you. Like, it's a heal and a burn. Libra knows that.
Libra made it so that I lost 1,000 life points every time I either drew a card or one every turn. You had to be able to...
No, that's not the Arrow Mage. That's Trickstar.
Whatever it was with those stupid chains, you had to be whatever. What's the sex term where you enjoy pain?
My buddy Jeremy, he used Arrow Mage, and Arrow
Mage is annoying though.
I got fucking mad. I got really fucking mad. He's like, "John, are you okay?" I was like, "I'm getting off for the night."
Getting off for the night.
Cause here's the thing, we were only 5 turns in. I had a burn of 10,000 damage above my fucking 8,000. It was over. I was like, I'm done. I'm getting off. I'm like, I'm done. Because he added all these these chain cards that would burn, plus with the Arrow Mages, so he had a full of arrow. Like, I didn't think he was. Huh?
That sounds like you. Your chains.
Arrow Mage is very slow, unfortunately. I was saying nowadays, almost every deck.
Arrow Mage, if you can get it going somewhat, it's actually pretty powerful still.
Yeah, but I'm saying every deck nowadays is almost like you need to like it
needs support.
It's not that it needs support; it's just that it needs like every person that duels nowadays. The current game, like anybody can. The fate of your chance in the duel is almost decided within the first few turns, depending on who gets what in their hand.
Hence why I'm not a fan of the current game right now.
In Duel Links, yeah, he's right. Arrow Mage in Duel Links is OP. Far too fucking OP. Do you know how long it took me to get by Darts? Because Darts uses fucking Arrow Mage in the game.
Oh, I thought he uses the freaking Orichalcos cards. Those are annoying enough.
No. He uses Orichalcos in the story campaign, but in Duelist Challenges he uses Arrow Mage on top of Orichalcos.
Oh my god, that's gotta hurt.
It fucking got me so mad. So you know what I had to do? I had to. This thing, Aroma Jar comes from the Arrow Mage archetype. There was one time Jeremy, I eventually did beat him because he didn't think that he thought the Arrow Mage was so insignificant, but the Arrow Mage is what saved me because I had 5 of them and I had my entire field with them, so he couldn't destroy them, and I was just gaining health back for whatever damage he was doing. I decked them out. I said, fuck it! I had to deck him out. And then even then, I was getting on his nerves because when he would, before the duel start, until I got my Arrow Mages, I put down fucking Scapegoat, just to have myself a shield. And then I would place the trap card Metal Reflect Slime, so then when his turn starts, I'll have something in the 5th slot. Alright, I'm like, I'm good. My wall is up.
You sound very sadistic.
Huh?
You sound sadistic with that.
And you're using Lady.
Well,
put her in her bikini outfit.
Oh, I'm using Lady? Well, right now I just picked everyone I need to level up practically, yeah. Wait, she has a bikini outfit?
I don't know. You find out.
What? I'll find out later.
Orichalcos is mismatch. Yeah, it is. Because it could benefit any, if you just put the Orichalcos support traps and spells and the field, it could support any monster.
What the hell? Is this woman crazy? She's got freaking string. You know what?
Yeah.
I'm not questioning. It's Lady. At this point, Lady has what?
What?
I haven't ever played this her. This is the weirdest setup they have ever had her. I remember her in Devil May Cry 3, but what the hell?
I want that chick Nico from DMC5 playable.
Nico. Oh!
She's basically the Latin redneck chick, odd combination, in the 5th game.
Oh, really?
And it's like, once she got introduced, everybody was like this, yeah, fuck Trish. Because then everybody wants to nail Nico.
Of course, rednecks. Oh, there was a blonde.
Nico fucking wants to nail Dante.
But now Dante and him and Virgil are actually stuck in hell, which is even more funnier.
They're gonna get out of hell. How many times have they been down there?
A lot. They fought each other when they were in Devil May Cry 3 young. At the portal of hell.
They're just sitting there. No, the thing, when the segment happens, when you see the ending, they're just sitting there, like, look, before we swing at each other, are we really going to be doing this for a while? Virgil's like, we're going to keep doing this. He's like, look, bro. And then, while fighting each other, demons are trying to interfere. He's like, hold on, get my back. It's like, the motherfuckers will fight. They're like, nah, you ain't killing him. You ain't killing him. I'm killing the motherfucker. No, I'm going to kill the motherfucker. And then right when Dante pulls out the guns, Virgil's like, you better not fucking say it. He's like, jackpot.
I love that.
In DMC3, Virgil was like, I'm gonna do this your way for once. Throw me one of them pistols.
He's like, well, remember what you say? Jackpot. I am the son of Spot, or whatever. I have the power of Spot, and I love his Virgil's line is not very classy, not very classy for someone's dying words.
Yeah, not very classy for somebody's dying words. But I swear, everybody and their mother. You felt like you were hot shit when you got by all the bosses to get to Virgil, and he beats your ass.
Oh, I was pissed.
Because I'm like, okay, I thought this is the thing, because you know who's the boss before him? The fucking 2 with the swords.
Yeah, does anybody remember the annoying clown? Oh wait, we don't want to speak of Arkham's other personality.
I could deal with Jester.
I wanted to punch Jester every time he was on the street, especially when you got that part where you're draining your health and he's like, you shouldn't touch that.
Oh, that thing. No, but that's why you need to have a couple Devil Stars on hand and stay in your Devil Trigger mode so you can run fast to get to the thing. I knew where it was. I knew where that thing was at, so I had no problem getting there quick. I actually did that on the first try, but I didn't expect that to happen.
Talking about Devil May Cry.
Well, sorry, it's just
Don't
like...
you notice Don't you notice the Devil May Cry though?
Oh, that's cool.
Okay, you know Devil May Cry Devil May Cry the original was meant to be a Resident Evil title.
Yeah.
But it was too good it couldn't work like that, so they decided to make it its own IP. But you can see how all the Resident Evil games play. Like, now all the Devil May Cry games, like, look at Kyo. You see fucking, they still have fixed camera angles.
Yep.
And they still have those things when you hit a button, when you hit something to inspect, it kind of like zooms in, or it lets you look at it, kind of like the notes and everything in, Resident Evil. Like, when he just picked up that, Kyo just picked up that item, stuff in Resident Evil would do that.
Yep, but I have to have Lady Gimmick. You have to have gimmicks to reach stuff in there. Almayusha was the same way. You know, it's funny, they were all made by the same guy, I believe. Well, they were started by that guy. I can't remember his freaking name.
Shinji Mikami?
Yeah, that dude.
Yeah, he went. Oh yeah, you know he's teased Last of Us 3 for next gen.
No. I will. Let me find that man. Let me find him. I'm going to pull Liam Nelson.
Whoa! What's wrong with the Evil Within?
Huh?
What's wrong with the Evil Within?
I thought you said Last of Us 2.
I just thought it. I figured you. I thought you would have caught that.
Oh God!
You just got rickrolled.
Evil Within. That's fun. I've played that.
See, Libra plays the second. See, Libra likes the second one. I like the second one a lot too, but for some reason I like the first one more because the first one's more scary and the second one is more Resident Evil 4 levels type stuff.
Yeah, well, it's probably scary because of that one freaking dude you have to avoid at the very beginning of the game.
No, not just him. Not just fucking him. It's just like, I'm like, okay. One, I was playing. Okay, look, fuck it. I'm gonna say it right now. Right after I beat that, I beat it for some. I had the game. One of my best friend females, she couldn't beat it. I got by it for her. I got tailed that night because of it.
Just admitted that on stream. Thank you so much. My streams are gonna go through degeneracy.
This is what it was. I beat it in one sitting because I was like this. I'm like, start at the very morning, and then at night, I get results. Start in the morning, at night I have results. She was like, "What are you doing up so early? It's like 7:30." I was like, "I've already had coffee. I've already made myself something to eat. Your dad went to work. Your uncle went out with the kids, and I've already got my lunch. I've already got my lunch and pre-dinner laid out."
Why don't you tell them what you had to suffer today? Why you weren't able to come on stream? Because that's funny as hell. This too. Since we're all women, why don't you just tell them what you just suffered? And I just went the wrong way. I know I did.
Female shopping. Going with females to fucking shop. My mom and my sister. And... could you at least for my fucking troubles? This is why I was smart. I knew to take my portable charger from my phone, and to take my Game Boy Advance in my pocket with which one is this? Which fucking Yu-Gi-Oh game I got in here right now? Dungeon Dice.
You had to have a way to forget about that pain.
Oh no, I didn't just have Dungeon Dice. What the fuck was right here in my little game case that I took with me? The
joint you're missing?
Fucking Boo's Fury and Revenge of the Sith. And tell me how. One, I was within the first hour of being gone. I beat all the fucking what's it called? Dungeon Dice. I got to the fucking Ultimate Gohan section of Boo's Fury. And then I did a speed run of Anakin and Obi-Wan's campaigns on Revenge of the Sith on the Game Boy.
Why? Why do women take that long in shopping? And I'm going in a circle. I kind of am aware of that.
Because here's the shit. All the stores are around where the house was, so we just once I drove by the house, I just looked at it saying, "Hi home, bye home."
Oh, well that was dumb. I was supposed to stand on the circle part and jump.
Oh, I smell the pasta. Stay right here.
Bing bang brain time. Ah! What the heck? Wait, is this one of those challenges? It is a secret mission. Crap. Oh! Wait, this is destroy all demons. I like these. This means I get to kill stuff. This is tricky trying to reach Frat and y'all at the same time. I have a feeling I'm gonna get copied because of this stupid dang song. Ah, there's one left. Normally I can get it like within like the last 2 seconds on the DMC remake. I've been doing these challenge things, but yeah, I usually manage to pull it off like for the last 3 seconds. What? Ah! You're badgering my ear, Libra, with your mic. Who's what, who's where, when, bing bang, the witch is dead.
Wait, wait, what?
I'm hearing all this background noise and I don't have no idea what's going on.
That
so
wasn't me, I had the mic up. Oh, the mic muted.
Well, next to you, someone's moving around like, what's going on? Bing bang, the witch is dead. That's just why I went, just I blew up the final dude. I said that.
That's
it. Well, I'm playing Geese, so he might be hearing that. I don't know.
I wonder, why does Lady have the strength of a ma'am?
You know what? She's better. At least she looks better than Abbyzilla.
Yeah, I'll take her hitting Joel with that giant rocket than a golf club.
No, yeah, this is a better thing to mess Joel up with. Will we agree with that? Oh, lost. Yeah, I know it's a loaded question. But this is a woman who's swinging around a giant,
rocket launcher shotgun with a fucking bayonet.
And like it's nothing. Running around and that like it's nothing. I think she could
did it in the fucking third game where she was like 18.
Yeah, she climbed up a tower too, with this on her back. I forgot to mention that too. That's a lot. But yeah, I think we would be satisfied if Lady had popped in and replaced Abby and killed Joel. Joel might be satisfied being killed by the one that looks like that, wouldn't you? With the rocket launcher and everything, not the golf club. He gets blown up by a rocket launcher, but of course it would take half the people with her. And she just comes out with a burnt arm.
Speaking of golf club, should I do a comparison of the Bioshock scene where Andrew Ryan's getting clubbed to death and Joel getting the club? Because I want to make a video of something like that where it said you ripped off the idea of the golf club.
Don't even compare the greatness of the Andrew Ryan scene to the cuckery of Neil Cuckman.
No, I'm gonna say it's a rip-off that they.
Oh yeah, yes, but
yeah.
it's a badly executed one. That Andrew Ryan scene is brutal. and I love it.
I'm gonna do that just to make a comparison and say this is how you do it better and this is how you don't do it. Kind of like.
Even though you were forced to play that scene, the whole time you're hearing this epic speech. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Ah, man chooses.
A slave
obeys.
Yes, as you are beating him to death, he says that, and you know, Joel's I've seen. It's just like that was epic, and it was satisfying to kill Andrew Ryan too. Very. After all the crap he put me through.
What's unfortunate about Andrew Ryan is he was that kid's dad.
I don't care. It was still very satisfying to finally get to kill that dude.
Yeah, but he didn't mean to turn out evil. He
yeah, you don't find out till later, okay? But still,
yeah,
I don't care. Up till that point, that was satisfying. I mean, like, it's just like when I killed Arl Howe. I finally got to kill Arl Howe. I was so happy.
But
I was so happy that Nomura gets.
After you learned about the story, did you kind of feel bad for killing Andrew Ryan? Because I mean, like...
Nope. I don't care. You're still a horrible, degenerate person. I've said it before, and I've said it again. There are still some people in this world that just need to die. Frieza's one of them. I would gladly obliterate Frieza from the Dragon Ball Z setting if I could. I would take him to hell and then kill him. So, because if you die in hell, you can't come back at all. You're obliterated.
Oh no, you're not playing that monkey thing again, are you?
He played an angry monkey because I insulted Frieza. So
those are the monkeys he should be insulting.
Well, good thing the random monkeys can't come early in the game, so I don't have to worry about John's curse of the monkeys early in the game.
No, John's curse of the monkeys happened to me when I was streaming the horror of the... You heard my breakdown.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That monkey came after that. In the form of Gilgamesh.
Did you hear the story of 3 robbers tried to go in and the homeowner scared them away by physically beating the shit out of all 3 of them?
Oh. Well, there was this... Did you hear the story of the guy who broke out of prison? Well, if you probably wouldn't. It was in our local town, a local area within Illinois. Basically, he thought he could be all big and bag and rob the guy, so the guy just basically held him up point blank with a shotgun and called the cops. So because he had the ex-convict point blank shotgun range. Like, move, I pulled the trigger. I'm calling the cops, okay? Okay, I pulled his cell phone out.
Yeah, I'm not playing XCOM. I'm not playing XCOM again because of you, because you got our unit destroyed.
Because...
Oh, man.
What? What did my character do in XCOM?
You got our unit destroyed. How do you throw a grenade next to a fucking pile of explosive barrels?
Oh, no.
That takes Libra with you. Half the platoon and the person we had to escort out. And it said game over because we all died.
Well, that's what your fault. You put me as a strategist. I'm not a strategist.
I'm talking that Samurai Warriors.
Oh, I thought you...
I didn't say... XCOM's different.
XCOM... Oh, wait. I know what XCOM is. It's that sneak roguelike game, right?
Strategy type aliens.
Yeah. How did I do that in a strategy game? You're supposed to...
Because that one also has, like, decision-making things depending on what you do in the middle of the match or in the mid-world events in between before you get to the strategy-type battles.
Oh, I was about to say, how did you do that? You're supposed to control my player in the strategy battles. That can't happen.
Yeah, but I set it to where it can professionally control the AI while I focus on myself.
Well, that's what you get.
Then I can say this. In every game outside of Samurai Warriors that has AI, that's the only game you're good at.
Hey, why don't you tell him what my guy did to your poor Spartans? This chat.
There's no discussion.
He made you rage quit.
Really, Resident Evil comics? You tell us this now? Everybody and their fucking mothers knew this was gonna happen.
What, the movie? Or
No,
I mean,
I'm just looking through. No, I'm just looking. I look up at the channels or the recent information, just like how I do with Dragon Ball and Star Wars. Anyone could have fucking told you that eventually Jill and Chris was gonna be fucking, and so was Leon and Claire.
dude, that was so heavily implied. It's ridiculous. Although it would be Leon and Ida more likely.
No, but he chose. I guess Claire got his attention.
I guess Claire got his attention, and Ida's the mistress.
Thank you.
There you go. She's second.
Now that they just finished wrapping up the Resident Evil movie, and I saw what the image of the zombies, the makeup looks like. They're even gonna have their. I guess when they do the Resident Evil 1 segments to show the mansion, they even said there's gonna be a recreation of that zombie that turns its head.
That's awesome.
That's gonna be the first zombie reveal before the raccoon problems. So at least in the events of the film, I'm still confused. Is Resident Evil 1 and 2 gonna be taking place at the same time, or like they really gonna be jumping events back and forth, like while Claire and Leon's story goes on, then we're gonna see the mansion is in between? It fucking throws me off.
It's called Pulp Fiction storytelling.
I hope it works.
You've seen Pulp Fiction, haven't you? If you haven't,
it's just been a while.
Hey, I created a fireworks show.
Oh, they pushed it to fucking. Oh, thank God! They pushed the They even pushed the release date, saying, "Look, we'll push this movie back to October instead of July, to make sure everything's right."
Hey, that shows that's a team that cares. Looking at you badly, other video game movies and animated movies.
We give Sonic the Hedgehog a break.
Oh, Sonic the Hedgehog deserves a break. That actually decided to redo itself. Sega did the right move. I wonder if Sega corporate got involved in that move. They're like, oh, you ain't messing our mascot up, buddy. You know, that makes me wonder if corporate, if Sega Corporation was involved in that. I forgot. Sega 1195 made a video saying
this needs to be. I'm telling you, this has to be a long fucking movie. Because now they said now they said that at the time of Resident Evil 1. So okay. Resident Evil 1 needs to happen at the beginning of the film. 2 needs to happen because they said Resident Evil 3 is also going to happen in this fucking film. So that means Nemesis. What the fuck? Nemesis, Tyrant, and Mr. X. I'm gonna have a seizure in the fucking. Oh, and William Burke. I'm gonna have a seizure.
Chat, forgive my other host for having a breakdown. I do not. Idiocy triggered him.
I don't give a fuck about COVID. I'll go see Resident Evil. I don't care if COVID is the fucking T-virus.
Really? I was trying to prevent the COVID jokes. All that's missing is turning people undead, then COVID really might as well be.
I mean, Kyo, how can this movie not get any better? I mean, the opening title card, like they showed a mini there's only a teaser poster for the film. It's red letters with a black background that just says Resident Evil. And it's the same font as fucking Resident Evil 1. I'll take it!
I guess.
They just uploaded more pictures of the fucking crashed helicopter in the woods! What am I missing?
I'm sorry, stream.
Wow. They have the actor covered in blood, and this is the actor that plays Richard Eichen. Don't tell me Nemesis is gonna fuck him with the tentacle.
Really? The Brad Wicker scene?
I'm trying to look at the name of this RPD tag because this is from official stuff from the film. They keep showing people the behind the scenes. They want people to Richard Eichen. No, that's Brad Vickers. That happened to Brad Vickers. I'm sorry, Richard Eichen is someone else.
Why don't you tell him that your dream online game is going to come back? I don't know if you said that on chat.
Fucking Outbreak.
I got his brain to short circuit. Sorry, his brain short circuited. Explain to everyone the greatness of Outbreak, because I cannot go into detail how great Outbreak is.
Oh yeah, no, you're gonna break. You either one or both of you is gonna break your no PS Plus code.
I will. I'll play Outbreak again. I want to see Martin.
Alright, Libra, you're joining in. You gotta break your code.
I'll pay $10 for 1 month.
Because we need somebody to hold the inventory.
Oh wait, what was Martin's job?
Martin's the cop, but we do see his story in Outbreak, how he got big. You know, he did fight to get everybody out the police station.
When is the outbreak? When is the outbreak?
Next year.
Next year. You got a whole year to assuming nothing world-ending happens between them, like, you know, China comes in, with some rocket launchers and play on board,
It's supposed to be sometime. Demons. I think it's either going to be released by the spring or the summer. Hell, if they fucking say, look, if they say, even if it's even if they're not like remakes like 2 and 3 guy, if they're just ports with the online turned on, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, they did that with the Star Wars Academy. They
Fuck yeah.
Give me that. I don't care. You can emulate that shit, Capcom. And the servers are still activated to a degree. You just have to get an AOL line.
I'm playing as Ken or Kevin.
Okay.
Because Kevin always gets the gun. He starts with the gun. You know, it's funny. Kevin starts with the gun. The fat black cop starts with the gun. I forgot his name. And then there's another guy who uses a fucking aerosol can with a lighter as a flamethrower. That first opening mission is gonna be a bitch for everybody again. Imagine now today with modern chat. I don't give a fuck if you're organized. That first level was a bitch.
Everybody, you didn't have chat back then. You just better hope to gosh somebody knew what they were doing.
No, people would use the in-game commands as communication for chat, and they would create certain code line. Like you would put, let's say, if you put up on the D-pad, which issued a command saying, "I'm over here, I'm over here." Put that twice. That means you're on the 2nd or 3rd floor.
Yeah, but it was still a nightmare.
You know how we did it? We had the original cell phones with fucking speaker and multi-chats. Oh, like not multi-chats, but what is it? Where everybody's on the same call on the phone.
Oh yeah. I thought you were talking about. I was referring to if you were just shit. What's it called? You know what I mean? If you're just playing for random people, or you have random people just pop in.
I was smart playing with people, or if not, this is what we did. This was the only time we ever used a landline or link up. We had the PlayStation 2s. Everybody had their fucking CRTs across from each other, sitting back to back on the chairs. We got this. And they were like this. It was funny. Somebody took out the fucking somebody brought a Game Shark disc saying, "Hey, in case we get fucked." One of my friends took the disc and threw it in the room, saying, "Fuck that." I'm like, oh god, no.
The savagery.
When we got to the fucking the police station alone, I was like, I'm not leaving this fucking lobby. Y'all can kiss my fucking ass. They're like, alright, look, one person goes up. I'm like, did you not watch Scooby-Doo? Did any of you motherfuckers not watch Scooby-Doo? It's called Not Splitting Up. Then here's my friend with an actual poster map of the fucking police station, like the layout. He has that shit taped to his wall in the living room, and he says, look at that. I'm like, that's Resident Evil 2's map. He says, same shit. I was like, I looked at him, I was like, same shit, motherfucker. Same shit. Tell me why we're stuck in the police station until 2 in the morning. All 4 of us. I'm like, I got to the safe room. I'm like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to go out the safe room. Because I had no bullets. And you can actually hear the zombies, because they're obviously good. they don't come into in any Resident Evil game. They don't come into the safe rooms. That's just your one fucking sanctuary of peace. But you can hear them outside the door.
Hey, I just realized it. If Claire and them are gonna have sex, that's what they'll do it in the movie, the safe room. I'll be everywhere outside.
Man, I was like this. I was like, look. They were like, John, where are you at? You know that one side of the police station where the safe room? Because this is original style Resident Evil, not the newer style.
OG.
But the safe room beneath the steps in that one hallway is always there. I was in there. I was like, I knew where that safe room always will be. No matter what Resident Evil, I know where that safe room is. I stood right there. They thought I was bullshit. They were like, John, get out of the fucking thing. I was like, cut the corner and you see what the fuck is out there. They're like, nothing's there. We don't see nothing on the ground. They look up. They stopped. They stopped their controls because they know if you stay still, you're good. There's a fucking liquor up on the roof or the ceiling. I was like, now you see, I don't want to get the fuck out of this room. They were like,
help.
How do we kill that right now? Because we don't have. Because back then, liquors were a bitch in that perspective. In fucking fixed camera.
Yep.
So I was like this. Well, there's 4 of us. 2 of you motherfuckers run up the steps. 2 of you motherfuckers run up the steps, and I'll get out.
Sacrifices must be made for the greater good.
But no, they had no time because there was also zombies. Because okay, anywhere but the safe room, the zombies can start bashing the doors in.
Yep.
Or the windows. So we really had no time to sit still. So they were like, what the fuck are we gonna do? I'm like, what? Did you guys bring any problems with you? They were like, yeah, you don't want to go to the lobby right now. I'm like, what the fuck do you mean I don't want to go to the lobby right now? Some dumb fuck left the door open. I'm like, what do you mean left the door fucking open? What are you supposed to push the desk in front of the door?
They start making the Resident Evil Resistance people look stupid. When we really think back about it, Resident Evil Resistance people are a lot more smart than.
But no, you see how competent I am in Resident Evil Resistance. How I do it. Like it's very hard to get me killed. Cause I'm running. I'm like I just had that mentality because I play that game. I know it's not Resident Evil Outbreak, but whenever I play the game, I'm like,
go in there and the page say you stab.
Huh?
You need to use your battle meditation techniques a lot.
because here's the thing. Once you get enough, the one thing I love about Outbreak is there is no time limit. Now here's the thing, I'll accept the time limit in the game if they give you like maybe a 12-hour or a 20-hour time limit for the nuking of the city. That's the time I'll accept the time limit because then that makes you really work hard. But it has to be a fair time limit, like hours, not fucking minutes.
Ah, crap! I got killed by the.
Because this was we were doing because we were doing the scenario where Martin was, we were doing the Raccoon City scenario because each scenario, and so the idea was get into the fucking sewers or get the truck running to get the fuck out. This is why they wanted to split up so they can get every single piece. Every time I was like, they were like, John, okay, why don't you go to the first floor? Or no, go to the second floor. I'm like, cause I don't know what the fuck is up there. Lickers climb. You got a gun for me? They were like this. They're like, yeah. And they were like, wait a minute. Which character is coughing? Because one of the guy's characters started coughing, which means one of the fuckers got bit. Tell me why. We're on the fucking rooftop. We go to the rooftop where that's safe. All you gotta do, once you kill the infected crows, nothing comes up there. We were up there. Everyone's pointing a gun at each other. Like, who's bit? We're looking at each other's. We're looking at each other's screens. Who's bit? And come to find out, is my friend behind me. He's like, I only have a 15% infection rate. It's going up very slowly. Okay, well, get me something before that happens. Man, then we all turned around, all turned our fucking guns, a shotgun, a pistol, and a fucking. I think the other one had the grenade launcher aimed right at his head. We were like this. Why aren't you saying nothing? What bit you? Because whatever bit you in that game determined your mutation.
Yep.
So guess what hit him? He got scratched by a liquor. So at any point throughout the game, he would have turned into a liquor or a suspended liquor that would hide in the walls or in the vents. Luckily, we got him an antivirus pill right on time. They were like, where the fuck was that?
Hey, Bull Run.
Bull Run's here. Locker.
Tell him the mess that what you found out about the poor geeks and gamers have done to themselves.
Oh yeah, fucking the fandom menace is falling apart. They've destroyed themselves.
I want to ask how you are.
Oh, good.
He just got back from a traumatizing incident. He had to take women shopping.
Go with them shopping.
Go with them shopping. You became their luggage boy. That'll traumatize any man.
I was told I was going to get some doobie out of this, which is some smoke, but I did not, and I'm very, very, very ticked off about that.
Several hours of... You feel like 17, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Hey guys, just a heads up, I'm gonna be a little bit out of hiatus. I'm still gonna be in the shop, but I'm gonna eat my dinner.
Sure, go ahead. But that's got a bite.
What the hell?
What?
No, I'm just looking at some tweets right now. I'm waiting for my dinner to get finished, but I'm bringing it to the room. I'm just freaking... I gotta keep checking because my mom will sit there and watch the TV and forget it's there sometimes.
Yeah, I gotta go at 6 my time, which would be...
Oh yeah, tell me this. Baby Vegeta is coming to Dragon Ball Fighter Z. Tell me why all the major media outlets, gaming outlets, are like, why are you guys just putting a cyberpunk looking Vegeta? Everybody fucking knows who Baby Vegeta is.
Yeah.
He's still his own entity.
What the fuck?
Literally, one chick on the I think the Kotaku article or something said this. Why is Dragon Ball taking inspiration from Cyberpunk 2077 for this knockoff Vegeta just with white hair and golden armor?
I'm gonna bash my head into this. John, are you trying to make me destroy myself?
No, I'm dead serious.
Yes, but Kotaku's stupid. Their definition.
It wasn't just Kotaku. It was Games Radar. Fucking. Who's the other one?
Okay,
IGN sucks.
game journalists are stupid. Didn't we learn that from the Video Game Awards?
Yes, but I'm like, oh my god. Everybody knows, even if you don't like GT, everyone knows Baby Vegeta.
No, they don't, because some people don't like GT. And don't
and Baby Vegeta's in every fucking game.
So okay, Jar Jar Binks has a brother. Yes, that would be called James Journalist. They're dumber than Jar Jar Binks.
That would be Abby Binks.
No, but
Jar Jar Cuckman.
No, but that was Bull Runner's ass, man. Still messing around with me.
No, I know.
Oh, are you trying to build that deck that John just suggested, Elemental?
Ah. Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay, I get it. Although, I'll tell you this. Grandpa, you rob him blind in the, basically with out-of-level keepers in Duel Links. Or, I mean, Duelist Destinies. Because he has not only the cheapest packs, but all the best cards in that dirt cheap pack. Oh, that'd be nice, thanks. Elemental. I just got this ability in, like, the DMC remake. That sword one. I swear, if I get to the part where the little spinny swords are right here, I'm gonna be really mad. I hate the spinny swords. I hate these things! This is the part where I'm better with Nero at, is this part. I'm fine, Bull Run. Which franchise are you currently watching? Currently,
There we go. Kale, crank the speed up.
crank my speed up. What?
Crank it to turbo mode.
Oh, I don't have it on turbo mode? Shit. No wonder it seems like I've got it on manual.
I know, it's making my eyes hurt. It's like a PC elitist looking at a console game.
Okay, that was cold, man. I guess I got used to having the auto turbo mode thing that I had to manually click on back in the remake, DMC remake. That I kind of forgot about it. And the podcast is extending past what it usually is anyway. I suppose I know that. Nothing. I just don't want to turn into what you did. Like, oops, we accidentally went to 4 hours.
There ain't nothing wrong with that, Tenzin.
Oh, speaking of Tenzin, I want Tenzin to go. Tenzin definitely needs to die. First thing when I conquer the world is bankrupting Tenzin.
And when do you propose to conquer the world?
Let's just say if I was able to gain control of the system as a total simulation, I'd do that. After I had fun doing my SimCity meltdown. Reenactment of 2020. Reenactment of 2020. Because I kid you not, I basically did everything that happened in 2020 and SimCity 2000. I had Trump as my mayor, sent in a plague, sent in riots, sent in tornadoes, I sent in everything after having my economy booming. It was glorious. Too bad, the only thing I didn't have was Plague, what was it, Plague Simulator?
Oh my god, hold on a second. I'm being called again. Fuck!
And the cycle never ends. So you guys almost make my one ear break.
Wait, what? How?
That's every time you.
I'm fine trying to break gate. Oh, that's what the hashtag saying. Says I'm fine trying to break gatekeepers. Breaking them is one thing. Figuring out how to break them is another.
You know,
I found that combo. And mind you, I found those combos on accident.
I did too. About the Gravekeepers. That's why I said, Grandpa, you can rob blind. He doesn't know he gives you some good cards.
Well, no, it's not just that. Gravekeepers are only meant to brick out the opponent with only very minimal offense. And in my case, it bricks defenses and offense capability.
And people wonder how Dragoon got spammable. It's probably by by people figuring out the combination of older cards. I still want my pot of greed, troll pot of greed, off the ban list for a little bit. It's funny how we can have all these other creepy pots, but we can't have the one. Give me a redrawing of pot of greed or a reiteration.
A reprint.
A reprint, damn it.
Just reduce it to having 2 cards at a time come out, not 3. If it's that big of a deal.
Because who wouldn't like to have that scary little creepy pot on a face?
I know, that creepy Kamala Harris would be the greatest card ever.
I'm not sure if I own a pot of greed. I think I do.
Oh, I do.
I own a bunch of them. I'll tell you one thing I always feel bad for is I forgot who it was. The stories when like someone has like a zillion different blue eyes because there's different, and someone gives them the ones that's like worth quadrillion dollars.
Oh yeah.
And they didn't realize that the one they gave that person was basically worth $10,000, like the one from that Game Boy game.
Yeah, did you see my other message that I told you, my other comment in your other video, that I have my raw card that still has his forbidden chant on it in the language you're not supposed to be able to read.
Oh, the raw?
Yeah, the one that where you have to, the one that's the like I have the show versions, the playable versions. Hell, I even have the, you know, the cards that they give you when you win Duelist Kingdom.
Yeah, I have a copy of those.
Where it's the treasure and the island and shit like that. Yep.
The only one like I said, I have a lot of the different versions of the God cards as well.
Kio's cutting the product.
What?
I don't know.
What the fuck? Why that range?
What do you mean what range? I mean, this guy's in my face! There is no range in Devil May Cry!
No, I'm talking about this stupid dinosaur.
Oh. Okay.
Well, dinosaurs are normal with range.
That's fine. This is not Devil May Cry. I was like, Devil May Cry, it's survival of the fittest. Ask Dante and them Virgil are just constantly fighting each other in hell now. They have all the time in the world.
Oh, you know what I have to do? I have to keep perfectly dodging, or else I'm dead in this. It's basically Dark Souls now.
Yo, you know what's funny? People trashed Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and they didn't realize that the person who worked on Black Flag did it, and that's why they're like, oh my god, it has no right to be this good.
Oh, I see. So in Nightmare, it's Dark Souls.
I swear, it's like you make inferior versions of Assassin's Creed, but then you get the guy to make Black Flag make the Viking one.
Dinosaur he's talking about, he's playing Ys 8, Dustin.
Oh, fuck.
What, did you shoot yourself in the foot?
No, I died.
Dinosaurs I fucking can't stand when my cousins use dinosaurs. Out of all fucking things, they get on my nerves.
Long live Book of the Moon, Tyrone.
Well, no, there's only one deck, let's say, that Gabriel can use on me, and that is his, what the fuck are they? God damn it, they're from GT.
Oh god, it's the Pope!
Not GT, they're from GX.
The evil Pope's here! The evil Pope! And the stuttery dude, cockroach dude.
I keep forgetting the name of that enemy. God damn it. Oh, yeah, that card. Oh, Ancient Gear. The Ancient Gears. The fucking ancient gears, Kyo. Ancient gears can brick my fucking gravekeepers if that was the case.
Oh, ancient gears. Yeah, that deck is nuts.
Even on the game and in reality, it does what it fucking says.
Somebody can make an ancient gear OTK, and you better hope that you interrupt that, or you're done in one shot.
Mm-hmm.
This game is hard on Nightmare. Like, this is insane.
Does that Steve?
Darn it.
Is that
Malcolm, why do you have to torture me like this?
Because you're the one who wants the platinum trophies.
Wait.
No,
whoa,
like
whoa.
I have to do this just.
Oh,
for
I could have
the-
sworn.
for the
I could have
true
sworn you
ending.
just said. I could have sworn you just said John. I'm like, what the fuck did I just do?
No,
I
no,
just-
no.
I just said, what is the freaking Pope doing here? And I was like, oh wait, I forgot
The
the Pope
Pope is the
isn't-
villain.
Because of course, the church is always the villain in Japanese fiction.
Well, no, Virgil had a good reason to accuse these people from the beginning.
Oh no, I'm just saying, in general, just in general, the Pope is always, the church are always villains in Japanese fiction.
Don't tell that to my grandma. Yukio would get, you know, that lady that was at the store.
Yes, I remember. Do you speak English?
She is okay. How do you say it? Do you know old people don't realize that they say racist things?
Yes, I realized that. That's why I had to get the Glunkirk furry.
So tell me this, because at my grandma's side, my grandma, my cousin out in New York has got his friend Edwin and things like that. So tell me why my grandma's like this. Because she's Italian, Puerto Rican, but she doesn't know Edwin's. She didn't know that Edwin was fucking Puerto Rican because he looks more Asian than anything. And she was like this. She was like, ah. She was like, come here, my lovely chink, give me a hug.
What?
She was like, baby, can you do me a favor? Can you take this to your people at the restaurant and order this food for me?
Wow.
And the shit is, like, my grandma, she's not, how do I say this?
She didn't do it intentionally.
She's not saying, she's not racist at all. She loves everybody. She loves everybody in the neighborhood of where she lives loves her. But does she fucking hear herself? She's the only old lady that I know that could be like, okay.
She's such a sweet thing, but she doesn't know what she's saying.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, she's 70, 78, so you figure. But I was like this. She was like this. I can't. Oh, obviously, I can't. We can't say it on stream. I can't say it on stream because YouTube will get fucking bitchy about it. But you know what I'm about to imply right here. My grandma was like this. My grandma was like, I was like, Grandma, why did the family in Italy kick you out? Because at the time you're not supposed to interbreed or intermix.
Oh yes, I know what we're getting into. Yes, she went there, didn't she? By accidental.
No, not accident. My ass. She was like this. She was like, I'm not dealing. She said when she was younger, she was like, baby, you know what I did? This is how I met that big old BBC granddaddy you have. I'm like, what? I'm like, but Grandma, my skin is more light. Where do I have black in me? She's like this. She's like, do girls ever come back for round 2, puppy? I'm like, yeah. She's like, the gift is in your pants.
Oh my. What? Okay then.
And I was like, I went over to my grandpa. I'm like, Bobby. Well, no. Here's the thing. And here's the shit. I have two
I'm gonna
sets.
choke on some soda drink.
Listen, I have 2 sets of grandparents too.
What? The crazy one and the nice one?
No, my grandfather, because my grandfather he had passed away a few
Oh, I
earlier
thought you were about
this
to
year.
say this is like the second. I'm not gonna go that far.
My mother's father, he had passed away, so my step grandmother lives in Puerto Rico. My grandmother, who I'm talking about, lives in New York with her husband. So my other grandfather, basically, my step grandfather. So she ended up with my step grandfather, and that's another thing again, because my first grandfather, He's Puerto Rican. Second one, black. I'm like, but grandma, I'm more so. But then I forget my Puerto Rican family has black in them too. So she was like,
okay, if we need more further, we're gonna get our asses.
Yeah. Listen, she left Italy. She left Naples, Italy. Came to New York. Or no, she went to Puerto Rico. I think she went to Puerto Rico first, because that's where she met my first grandfather.
You know what? I'm not gonna say what I'm thinking. I'm not gonna say what I'm thinking. Contain. Contain.
You can say what you want. I don't give a damn. I got a Carnage shirt on right now, so I'm raising Carnage.
How many? Was your mother the early version of Pokemon?
No, my grandmother. Okay, my mother's father is the one she met first.
I'm just saying, she had like, it sounds like she's got like 6 dudes, and you know.
No. But all my other uncles came from her second marriage to my step grandfather, but he's still my I grew up with him as my grandfather. So I'm like, grandma, every time she calls me, this is what she says when she's like with me or because my cousin Joseph lived with her for most of his life, and I lived down here with my mom. And she was like this. She was like, this is what she calls a girl. This is what she calls a girl. She'd be like, Papi, are you roasting those chickens at night? I'm like, wait, what? She says, roasting the chickens. Are you planting the eggs? I'm like, Grandma, what do you mean planting the eggs? She's like, are you roasting the turkey? Yes or no?
Oh man.
You're trying to kill me.
And funny is, I still didn't understand what she was saying until she brought up Scary Movie 2. If you remember Scary Movie 2, she's like that fejo cabron from that Scary Movie that shoved his deformed hand in the turkey and was going,
okay, that's pretty funny.
Stop, John, you're actually starting to kill me.
But I'm telling you exactly what the fuck was going to transpire.
John, take a break on that joke, okay? I think we don't.
I'm not telling a joke. I'm telling a story.
I don't care. I can't.
Story and whatever.
It's about it's about to read it. It's about to reach its grand finale, Keo.
Okay. Just you're gonna have to crank it down. What happened?
Okay. So my grandma one day called me. And you know, I'm gonna pick up to her regardless. This is my grandma. I'm not gonna fucking whatever. There was this girl I went to school with named Allie, so she came over, spent the weekend.
Oh, it was an alley, was it? You took her to an alley.
The alley of my bedroom, yeah. So we were smoking weed, whatever. One thing led to another. I was like, hey, you know what? She's my best friend. I could trust to fuck her, and she could trust to fuck me. Let's go. My grandma calls me right in the middle of it, and I'm like, cause look, I'm gonna say what it is. I'm on my back. I'm getting the Thomas the Engine treatment with her on top. My phone buzzed on my butt cheek. I'm like, wait, what the hell? And I'm like, oh shit.
Just get to the point before you kill me right now. I'm embarrassed.
I picked up the phone. I was like, hey, mommy, what's up? And she puts on the, she's like, oh, I was trying to call you. I just want to know how you doing. I'm checking on you. I know mommy left you for the weekend, everything like that. And I was like, well, grandma, no, I got some. My mom said I can have some friends over. She's like, no, I know what you mean by friend over. Mommy already told me you had that little girl, you have that girl over there right now. I think I am interrupting. Now go back to plucking the chicken. I love you, Papi. Goodbye. I'll send you $20. And then she looks at it. She looks at me, and she's like, the girl's like, oh my god. I was like, that's just my grandma. She's checking up on me. Back to what we were doing. She was like, yeah, I'll run the shower water now, but thank you.
Stop killing me! Stop killing me on my own stream!
I'm killing Keo slowly.
No singing. That's
I'm killing him slowly.
Why do I have to have the teleport?
Again.
The bridge teleporty thing. I hate that part in Devil May Cry 4.
Oh, I do too. You fucking know that.
Well, we had to figure out the
The
stupid...
force pattern was the other one. Oh, I forgot it. You're on your own. And Devil ain't, and Steve ain't here to help you.
Steve! Steve! I thought you were gonna go say she told you to do the talking about American Pie for a minute.
Well, no, she said one time when my uncle
No,
was younger.
don't continue, don't continue. You just could have said yes or no, because I just now got my lungs working again.
It's funny. I'm the weed smoker, and my lungs work better than yours.
I smoked cigars for quite a few years, okay, damn it, they fucked up my lungs. And my teeth.
Hey, so technically I went down the better route.
Yep. Weed don't hurt you, it's a plant. I don't give a shit what people say. It comes from the ground.
Listen,
it grows.
I'll tell it like it is. I'll be like this. It's just a plant. It just grows like that. Now, if you happen to set it on fire, there are some effects. But that ain't the same as drugs. Drugs, you need to do shit to it chemically. You need to add baking soda, water, stir it up. I don't know the recipe. I'm just saying you need to have a naked chick cut the product. But there's only 3 side effects: hungry, happy, sleepy. That's it, and not necessarily in that order.
And no pain for people who are on massive pain and massive pain.
That's my problem. Yeah, exactly.
Montel Williams can vouch for that
but
shit.
But you can fucking see how I'm dealing right now, because right now my appointment's not till Wednesday, so and I'm having too many fucking shoulder and nerve pains, so I'm kind of fucking stuck with the ibuprofen, but the ibuprofen don't do
seriously does this to me. Why do you do this every time?
Ibuprofen don't do shit for me at all.
Jeez.
Damn it, I hate this puzzle. Steve,
Smoky, you gotta cut that out.
Learn it, Keo.
What? What? Seriously, he whines at the most inconvenient time.
Well, ignore him. Right now, you mute yourself for a second. I'm suffering to stumble the puzzle of Steve.
And he couldn't. No, the forest puzzle, not this. This I got by a little faster than the forest.
The forest puzzle.
The forest is not where I'm going to be able to help you.
Wait, isn't this the... shit. I think I just went to the secret mission.
No.
Shoot me. Oh, thank God, I did not go to the secret mission.
Go over there, go over there! Run, Keo!
Why must I run?
That's what I'm saying. You got by the part now. I'm looking at your screen.
Oh. I'm in the jungle. Welcome to the jungle!
You're getting there.
I know, I'm near the forest of death.
Yeah, tell me good thing this morning I didn't have to frickin'... We didn't need no AC. If that was that fucking cold.
It's cold in Florida for once? Are you serious? It's just
here's the thing, it just does not... No, it's been cold for a minute. Here's the thing, it doesn't snow, but we do drop to the degree where it should.
It just works.
It just works.
To quote Todd. You know, well, Todd's been quiet all year.
I know.
Because the more they shut the fuck up and you know what's funny? The more they shut the fuck up and continue to patch 76, I'm like, you fuckers got lucky. People are forgiving you now.
And also, let's not even forget, nowadays people are probably going to go to Fault 76 over the catastrophe of Cyberpunk and the catastrophe of The Woke Among Us 2.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that the looters were taking his Vault 76 probably boosted his ego a little bit. And they were leaving behind
the wokeness too.
The looters probably went like this. They picked it up. When they were picking up games, they
were like, we're not even gonna. They're like, we're not even gonna be able to sell this on the street.
No, here's what happens: is they pick up Last of Us 2, and they're like, whoa, Tommy, what? I need some rubber gloves. I just touched something vile and some hand sanitizer. What was it? Last of Us 2. Take it. No, I ain't taking that. Well, where's the fire at?
We're not taking the Cancer of Us 2.
and then they go on. The monologue goes on more. It goes, okay. What do we do? Okay, we'll split the fire.
We'd rather take Dream Drop distance. They'd rather take Dream Drop distance over that.
We will cleanse it with holy fire.
Yugioh? They rather take dream drop distance.
Oh yeah.
Anything is
like,
better than taking the frickin' this. How
And
about we
now,
call it the
and now his,
meetup wokeness,
and now his
too.
simps. Oh wait, yeah, I can still use the word simp on YouTube. It's just Twitch. For some reason, lost its spine. Retro Infinite did a great job on his opinion of that, though. The banning of the word simp, which was hilarious. I would totally recommend that watch if you want to laugh for about 8 minutes.
Infinite Retro is awesome.
If you want to hear Infinite Retro, literally.
If you go back to 2 years ago, 3 years ago, he was one of the first people to hear me out after Rags and all that. And I don't know if he still has that podcast up with him.
It's just funny. Of his opinions, he sounds like I am when I'm on full blunt force mode here. Actually, I'm blunt most of the time with you guys.
I think you got it worse when you got when Rice was involved with you. Come on.
Whoa!
Oh,
What
yeah.
did that spinny thing just do? Oh wait, that's the thing that was in that church.
Yeah, you gotta hit it.
I remember that now. Ah! You're those stupid butterflies. You give butterflies a bad name. Ah! You know you're clicking in my ear? What are you, a clicker?
Yeah, well, I'm cleaning my pipe. I'm trying to find something. Because you can't just play... One does not play Serious Sam sober.
No, one does not. After what you had to suffer, after the chariot.
I had to suffer, yeah.
Did you beat the lava golem?
No, I told you, after I beat that chariot part in my downtime, I saved it right at the gate to the next stage.
Oh, so Merrick's about to greet you with his lava golem.
Yep.
I would laugh if the actual voice actor that was in there, and that there was he was a boss or something, and the lava golem appears behind him.
Oh, strings?
No, I meant the voice actor who voiced Merrick back in the day.
Yeah.
If he voices something appears and that voice appears him and that lava golem pops up, that'd be hilarious.
It'd piss me the fuck off. Because I'd be like, no bitch, I ain't got a deck of cards. Come back when I got some cards. Merrick in no game to me is difficult. I don't understand why people say he's a bitch. Even his god cards, I can deal with them. I can contend with him.
Oh no! Oh no! It's the Snake Queen.
The what? Oh.
The Venus.
You're about to hit the forest.
I'm about to hit the Forest of Doom. Oh, that's disgusting. I'm a dragon. I do that tongue thing.
You know what game I downloaded? It was cheap, and I was like, oh my god, I actually like it. It's another good movie tie-in game, The Warriors.
I was about to say, was this Among Us? I would literally laugh at you.
Was it what?
I have the ungrateful Gravekeeper board. Now a kaiju can break it. Oh no. Oh no, I think I am in the forest now. The Forgotten Ruins.
No, you're getting there.
Or I'm finally about to fight Greedo. And I switched to Dante.
Alright, let me go wash my hands.
Alright. Okay, let's see here. What? Okay. Ah, I gotcha.
Found it. I have so many fucking lighters, yet I lose them.
How does John lose the lighters?
I don't know. I've stopped questioning at this point. Most stuff.
Yeah, you stopped questioning after my grandma's legendary tale.
You nearly killed me on that tail.
Oh, that's right. I know I was forgetting something.
No more of the tails.
No, not the tail. The frickin' weed sprinkles I keep in the separate jar under my bed.
Really? You know, the podcast is going to end for just the night because I've got to eat and all that stuff. And Elemental, I'll see you later for yours. Until then, yes, I know. I will be there in less than an hour. Check that. Look, sub to Elemental Hero to see me get curve stomped with the Grave
Hey, Bull
Keeper.
Run. Wait. Before Bull Run is still here. Bull Run, do you want another go around of heroes and villains? He says, Libra, you better come.
Elemental Hero did.
That's fine. I'll be there.
Alright, Bull Run.
I'm
Bull
just
Run, I'm
waiting
waiting for your response. So I
Yeah,
can...
I'm waiting for Bull Runs, yeah. Because I want retribution.
Oh, he said yes. Alright, see y'all. See y'all. And remember, don't do drugs. I'm just kidding, do them all the time. The legal ones.